Have you ever seen those special TV shows or movies? You know the ones that are so wonderfully, unintentionally bad, but they bring you so much joy and captivate you, but for all the wrong reasons.
Well, we here at B-Watch Rewatch absolutely live for these underdog gems.
So buckle up, Busters, and please allow us,
Colin
and Cadence, a sibling duo who share a passion for such cinematic excellence, to take you on a wild ride through all the TV shows and movie plots you never knew you needed to hear.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's Colin.
Hi, it's Cadence.
We're back with another really good superhero movie for you this week. But first, let's recap last week. What did we see last week?
We saw Elektra, which will forever live in my heart. Stick will guide me till my dying day.
Anyway, just go ahead. Let him have it. Tell him what we're doing.
It's the Fantastic Four. We forgot to tell you that now we have a studio audience. It's a fairly new development.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you this is filmed in front of a live studio audience. That is crazy. I know. We agree.
I know. It's crazy, right? It does have a sequel. It's The Rise of the Silver Surfer. And I'm very curious if that would be worth watching if we're not covering it for the podcast. Just out of curiosity, I just want to see where these characters ended up.
You can go on that journey by yourself. You can tell me.
I can walk
later.
that path alone.
You can definitely find that out, because after seeing this movie, I have zero interest in who these characters were, are, or where they're going.
All right, so our characters in this movie are Sue and Johnny Storm. They are brother and sister. Sue is a scientist. Johnny is kind of a bad boy, like out of the army kind of guy.
I still don't know what Johnny does. It's
his deal was not entirely clear, but he's a good time, so they let it slide.
Good time.
Then we have Von Doom, who's been he's at this point the big venture capitalist guy with the money. There's Reid Richards, and he is the scientist who's in charge of the lab. And then there's Ben Grimm, who's also part of this group.
And apparently they've all been
friends. Don't know exactly what he does either.
We don't know. What we do know is that they've all been friends for a long time. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. The movie starts off with these four, and it really doesn't say that how they met each other, how they know each other, where they came from. They just kind of insinuate.
Kind of like they met in college. I feel like that's kind of the vibe, because Sue and Reid have a history. They dated for a long time and lived together, and now she is working for and is romantically involved with Von Doom. I'll give you one hint about who becomes the villain. Can you guess?
I don't know. Don't give it away. Is it Susan Storm?
All right, so Reid is trying to sell his company to Von Doom's venture capitalist company, and he's got this really intense science project he's been working on for a long time.
My research suggests that exposure to a high-energy cosmic storm born on solar wind might have triggered the evolution of early planetary life. In 6 weeks, another cloud with the same elemental profile will pass Earth's orbit. A study conducted in space could fundamentally advance our knowledge about the structure of the human genome, cure countless diseases, extend human life, give kids a chance to live longer, stronger, healthier.
And Von Doom offers him 25% of $1 billion. And he said, I'll keep 75%, you keep 25%, and we'll both be super rich. It'll be amazing.
And Reid's like, I'm a scientist. I don't do numbers, but that sounds good. I'm down for that.
I don't do numbers, but it sounds great.
And Reid's a little bit like overthinker, like Big Bang Theory, and Von Doom is like the very chill, cool,
Well, yeah, he's a smooth guy. He's the money man.
And those eyebrows say it.
He pays a lot of money to groom those bad boys.
Groom and dye those
just
bad
by
boys.
looking at him.
They will never come off his face.
It's a strong brow. I will give him that. So while Reid Richards is in this meeting with Von Doom, his ex Sue Storm comes in the room, you guys, and this is a very like Tara Reid as the curator of the museum situation.
Yeah.
I think you both know my director of genetic research, Susan Storm.
Yes, it really is.
Because she's the director of genetic research and she's like 12.
Mm-hmm. She's literally 22. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, cool. The head of genetic research. But she's a scientist. I don't know.
And they tried to make her, I don't know anything about the comic books, right? So I don't know if they were trying to make her into the comic book character, but they tried to give her blonde hair and blue eyes, and it felt weird and unnecessary.
Yeah. Those contacts were real rough.
It was. Wait, maybe this is a whole like crossover with barbed wire, and they're like the government contacts needed to be anywhere, anytime, any place, all at once. They're the magic contacts.
It's barbed wire. But I agree. There were some scenes where I was like, oh man, that contact, you can like see it resting on her eye. It looks so unnatural.
I wasn't sure what their thought process was. So as soon as Sue Storm walks into the room of this, because Reid Richards and Ben Grimm are there in the room, they're making this deal. And as soon as Sue comes in, it gets awkward. You can tell that her and Reid have been together and that they broke up. Like all of their romantic history is very clear from the get-go.
This isn't going to be a problem, is it?
Oh, not at all.
Good.
But they're going to be forced to work together because Von Doom has decided to invest in this idea. This idea, while vague, it includes them all getting into a spaceship, riding up to a space station, and then observing a space storm. Don't ask me where the storm came from. Don't ask me what space weather's all about. I don't know because they're out of the atmosphere. And by observing this storm, they're going to learn about how to harness its power. Don't ask. Just leave it at that.
But why is Sue Storm going? She's a genetic scientist. Why the hell is she going up in space to get space?
I legitimately could not understand because also Von Doom goes and he's just the money man. Like he just can go to space anytime he wants.
You're rich. Of course you can.
So the deal has been made and they need to go to space, but they can't go to space without one other person.
Without their captain of their spaceship.
Remember my brother Johnny?
Johnny Storm, who is chaotic. They introduce him, you guys, and he's making out with the girl on a motorcycle, but she's not on it with him. She's in a car next to him. He's on the motorcycle, and he's making out with her on this dirt road. And Ben Grimm and and Reid Richards are like out on Von Doom's balcony, I guess, looking at Johnny do this as he's arriving to be the captain in the distance. And I'm like, Johnny Storm, who is this girl? Did she drive you to the place? Is she driving you to the interview? Is she driving you to the space station? In that case, why aren't you just in the car with her? Why are you making out with her? It's very dangerous.
Colin, he's a bad boy. He doesn't want to make out in a backseat of a car. He needs to be moving on a motorcycle.
Because I'm thinking, it's a dirt road to like a secret space facility. What is this girl doing?
Right.
You didn't just pick her up on the road. Did she follow you? Lots of questions, right? Meet me at the dirt road. Let's make out as I drive up to the space facility. Like, who does
Pull your
that?
car next to my motorcycle. We'll drive at exactly the same speed. When we get to cruising altitude, I'll bend over and we'll start making out. And then we'll make all the way down the dirt road till we get to the space facility. But then you're going to have to turn around because you don't have any security clearance. So.
And if we're lucky,
Sorry.
Greer and Ben, they're going to see you. They're going to see us and they're going to go, what a bad boy. What a bad
If
boy.
we're lucky.
They'll be on the
They'll be
balcony with
watching
binoculars. And they'll
It'll
think,
reinforce my reputation as a bad boy.
and I'm thinking to myself this whole time, like, why would you have this guy fly your plane? He's also 24, maybe. And he's
so young.
He's clearly being reckless driving that motorcycle. Why would you trust him to be your space pilot? It's chaotic. He's chaos. He's pure chaos.
But maybe Sue is like, if I'm going to work for you, Von Doom, you have to let my brother fly the spaceship.
And my ex be the head. and fund his project. Like, come on.
I'm going to make it real messy.
I mean, come on. You couldn't find anybody else? Come on, Sue Storm.
She loves drama.
She's so, I mean, look at those eyes. You know those blue contacts scream drama.
Oh, Sue.
All All right, so we've met the whole team. We get an idea how everybody is, yada, yada. So we're in space with just the 5 of them running this giant space station.
Right.
And
It's just kind of like a self-run space station when no one's in it. It just does its own thing.
as a spaceship does. Why do they even need Johnny to steer? It steers itself.
So as they're all getting settled in and putting stuff into their space lockers, Johnny's like, why are we wearing these spacesuits? They're so tight. They make me feel crazy. And of course, at that moment, Jessica Alba walks out and she's in her skin tight suit. And she's like,
Victor did. The synthetics act as a second skin, adapting to your body's individual needs.
they're synthetic and they act as a second skin. And it's like, okay, so you wanted to show off Jessica Alba's body. Cool. Thank you.
She's a geneticist too. And she's like trying to talk about these spacesuits. And really all she does is she goes, they morph to the molecules of your body. It's like, okay, thanks. Thanks. You really dumbed that down for us.
You really clarified
Thanks,
that for
Susan
me,
Storm.
Sue. Thank you.
Cool. Why are you here? Why are you here again?
She's got her space French twist now because she's still like in work mode.
I'll have to have a different hairstyle. If space and Earth hairstyles are very different. You mean business in space, all right?
And you have to have some sort of way to signal to other people, like if you're in business mode or if you're in like casual mode.
Casual
and so the
space
French
mode.
twist is just like a very clear indicator. So they are all on this spaceship. And again, it's all very vague, but they're there to witness some sort of space storm. I don't know how space weather works. I don't know where this storm is coming from, but it's this weather anomaly in space that they're there to witness, and they're trying to figure out how it works and how they can harness this energy. Two other things are happening. One, Von Doom is trying to
Propose
to Sue. Yes.
because again, nothing's going on in this ship. It flies itself. So Von Doom and Susan Storm are just chilling in the observatory.
Surprised I agreed to Reid's proposal?
I understand the business reasons.
Well, when you're looking at your future, it doesn't hurt to find closure about the past. Susan, every man dreams he'll meet a woman he can give the world to. In my case, it's not just a metaphor.
He does try to propose to her, but in your head, you're thinking she is like, he first goes,
We've been together 2 years now.
Sue, we've been 2 years together. And she's like,
It's been a good 2 years, Victor. The company's accomplished so much.
and they've been very profitable years. And I'm like, come on, Sue. Come on, dude. He's got, like, she's the most.
books have really evened out this entire time. I really feel like we're making a difference in the marketplace.
Basically, what I'm saying is Von Doom could be like, Sue, time to get the beehive off. Put up your, okay, this is relax time. But there's like no sexual chemistry. And you're asking yourself, are
absolutely
they
not.
dating? Are they coworkers? Is he asking his coworker to now marry him because they're coworkers? Like, it's very strange.
But you see, I've come to realize that all the accomplishments in the world mean nothing without someone to share them with. I've lived my life, unafraid of taking big steps. Now it's time to take the biggest step of all.
Victor.
If it helps, think of this as a promotion.
Victor,
I have 4 words. 4 little words that can change our lives forever.
Yeah, I absolutely had that same thought. I was like, are they, like, has he fallen in love with her unbeknownst to her? And so to her, they've just been working together. And to him, he's been like, oh, I think I'm ready to marry this girl because the whole proposal is so odd and
that's her
doesn't make any
reaction.
sense.
I mean, if someone came up to me that I've been dating that was about to propose to me, and like, it's been 2 wonderful years, and I was like, yes, and the anatomy of the sales numbers say that. Like, you're clearly not thinking that this guy's going to propose to you.
Yeah, you don't know what's coming. You absolutely
She's like,
don't.
wait, hold on. Let me put my hair down. Yes, it's been
Oh, wait.
2
This is
wonderful
a casual, this is not a work conversation. This is a casual conversation. Let me just take out this pen real quick. Yeah, so they're in the middle of this very not romantic proposal. And meanwhile, Reid is realizing,
The cloud is accelerating. We've got minutes until it hits, not hours. Victor, that storm is deadly. We need to abort.
Get a grip, Reid. We didn't come all this way to lose our nerve at the first glitch. Just close the shields.
Ben is still out there.
So reel him in. We came here to do a job. So let's do it. Quickly.
Victor, Reed's right. We have less than 6 minutes.
that he thought he had 7 hours to get ready for this storm. But you guys, it's coming in 7 minutes. There's been some kind of misreading. and they don't know what they're going to do. Because guess who's been sent outside, out in actual space?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
We still don't know what he was doing out there.
To either do repairs on the space station or to set up some equipment for the data reading. I'm not entirely
We're
sure.
still not even sure why Ben is there. We still, at this point as a viewer, Cadence and I did not know why Ben was part of this mission, aside
Space
from him
mechanic.
being some old friend. Yeah, we really still couldn't figure out why he's there. But regardless, he's outside doing something.
Right. So he's physically outside of the space station. Now, Sue Storm, for all of her very professional, poised genetic research position, she is also heroic because she's like, we got to go save them. I'm going to do whatever I can. So she suits up and she's ready to get out there, my friends.
Well, she's already suited up.
Oh, I guess maybe she just has to put the mask on.
You think she's
the helmet?
She's got to go do her hair really quick. She's like, oh, this is time for heroic hair.
She's like, ah, shit, I have my casual hair too. Let me go pin it up real quick. I got to get out there. It basically, they don't get him in time, but it's not just him that's affected. The storm comes through. It's kind of like a firestorm, windstorm, lightning storm, all of the things together. It shakes the space station. But you don't really physically see the whole thing because the next time you catch the characters, they're waking up in a hospital.
That's my favorite part. It is fully everyone's disintegrating, burning, the ship's on fire, all the buttons are blinking, it's malfunctioning. You get that classic like beep, 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 you know, in every movie. Mm-hmm. And then that's all over. They just end up back on Earth. Doesn't tell you how, doesn't tell you what happens with the space station. They just wake up back on Earth.
You just need to know they got back. That's all that you need to know. They made it. And they're recovering in none other than Von Doom's private hospital wing thing.
He's rich. And Cadence, he got whatever he needs. Whatever he wants, he's got it.
He's like, all I need to know is that my eyebrows made it out okay. That's it. That's all I need.
And this was one of my favorite parts. So you see this dramatic spaceship blow up pretty much, right? And then you're in this first-person perspective of Ben, Ben Grimm. And you're in the bed and you're waking up and you've got Johnny Storm in front of him. And this is where not only is Johnny Storm chaotic, he's toxic and awful. He's sitting there.
Oh, he's such a dick.
And so you're Ben Grimm looking at Johnny and Johnny's like,
wake up. Ben. Hey, rise and shine, big boy. How you feeling?
Where am I?
Back on Earth. We're in quarantine. Victor's medical facility.
Reid? Sue?
Oh, they're fine. Everybody else is fine.
What's wrong with me?
I swear to you, Ben, they've done everything humanly possible. The best plastic surgeons in the world are here, Ben. You had the best.
Give me that mirror.
I don't know if that's a good idea. They said the shock alone.
I said, give me that goddamn mirror.
And Ben Grimm grabs a mirror and looks at him, and his face is exactly the same, you guys.
Unfortunately, the doctors just couldn't do anything to fix your face.
Johnny was just playing a little prank on him. And I'm like, dude, could you imagine if I did that to you, Cadence? You're in a car wreck, in a coma for a week. And then when you're waking up, I'm like, Cadence, the doctors did everything they could. Don't freak out.
I would murder you.
It's not funny. It's not cute.
But he is that guy throughout the whole movie. It's like he's supposed to be sort of like playful and teasy, but really you're just like, if I knew this guy, I would hate him.
Yes.
Like there's nothing charming
That's
about
what I
him
thought
at
too.
all.
I was like, there's a difference between being teasy and like psychologically manipulating someone and abusing them. Mm-hmm. And that is not the time or place to be making jokes like that. And this pattern is throughout the movie. It's not like he just does it this once. He's like this the whole time, and it just gets more and more annoying. There's one really important thing that happens. We break away from the Von Doom's private hospital for just a moment because Von Doom is in a very important meeting in a very giant conference room.
Well, Victor, Bank would like to congratulate you on the fastest free fall since the Depression. We can't even give your stock away.
You know I can turn this around?
Well, you're going to have to, Victor, or we pull out.
I guess Von Doom is not independently wealthy because I was under the impression he was and that he had built an empire. But now he's in this meeting and they're like, we're pulling funding. This space station disaster was not great.
Cadence, the whole time I was like, why are they pulling funding? What did he do wrong? They're talking about his stocks dropping, like just plummeting, and that he is not valuable anymore. And I'm like, who is pulling out? What do you do?
It's so unclear. The fundamentals of how the money situation is structured. But when I saw it, I was just sort of like, oh, okay, so Von Doom isn't rich. Like, he just has an office somewhere.
I really thought the same thing. And they're using a bunch of fancy business jargon. So they're just kind of shock and awing you. Like, you're like, oh, okay, I guess the investors are pulling out of your IPO because the space storm disaster?
But
it's all over the papers.
If they're the ones who have funded the entire space station being created and the spaceship that gets you up to the space station, like, that's a lot of investment. To just be like, nope, sorry.
This one thing went wrong. This one tiny thing. But obviously it didn't go too wrong because you're all back on Earth completely safe.
Yeah, everyone survived.
And the space station survived. So what really happened?
And as of right now, they all look totally normal. So it's like, oh, they all came back totally happy and healthy. Great. Like,
but you know what?
Let's keep moving.
The investors really don't like that on the news. I was laughing so hard, too, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I thought Von Doom funded this. I thought this was his whole thing. And now, because like, we're focusing on this because it really does facilitate Von Doom's path in this movie, right? Because he kind of hits like rock bottom.
The finances make zero sense. And had they just been patient, then he never would have devolved into a villain. That's all I'm saying.
I think there could have been a lot of checkpoints to stop this from happening if you're the investor. Like, really, you could have been like, at the very beginning, it would have been like, you know what? The investors aren't super cool on you building a space station and hiring a crazy guy to be the freaking pilot of it. You know how that guy's 18 and he crashed the NASA test pilots because of the supermodel? Like,
they actually just want a different pilot.
There's so many check places you could have been like, this is not going to work out.
Can we have anybody like give a second look to that weather storm situation? Just like get the timing right. Just another set of eyes.
It looks like your co-pilot is a geneticist. I don't think she has any qualifications to be up in space. So that's a mistake. And the list goes on, Von Doom. The list goes on.
It's partly on them. And probably Von Doom's like, shit, they're all in my private hospital. What am I going to do?
It's not my private hospital anymore. They're taking it away from me.
The number one thing we see after they come back is that Reid has these little gray temples.
Nice too. Like in the grandpa look. What?
So it's kind of like a signal, like something happened with that space storm. Something's been put in motion, but you don't know quite what. The other thing that drives me nuts about movies is when any side character is overly obsessed with the main character's love life.
We do love that.
That is 100% the dynamic between Ben and Reid. They're in the special hospital staring at Sue from a distance. And Ben's just like,
you know, you live through something like this. It really makes you appreciate having the right woman in your life.
Yeah, you and Debbie are perfect.
I'm not talking about Debbie.
What? Come on. She's got a good thing with Victor. He's smart, he's powerful, he's successful.
Well, maybe you should date him then.
Then she ended up with the right guy. Things worked out for the best.
Do I have to do everything myself?
and it's odd because why? Like, why is Ben this invested?
But you're right. He's totally like, Reid, go get her. You know, she wasn't the only one that got hurt in this thing. And you're like, why? Again, why? Yes. Ben, why do you care so much, dude? We just crashed in space. Like, come on, chill.
Ben has a wife. And, like, he could be calling his wife or whatever. But instead, he's giving Reid a pep talk about how they survived this thing and he needs to go talk to her. It doesn't make any sense.
So while Von Doom is getting defunded and Ben is obsessing over Reid Richards.
Reid. It's okay.
You guys,
You know
I
who you're talking about.
cannot remember this goddamn guy's name. I keep calling him Richard Greer. Calling him Stephen Green. Okay. Now that Ben and Reid Richards are having their little pep talk, we meet Johnny in the hospital room. Like, right? They're kind of being quarantined in Von Doom's space rehab center. And this is a really pivotal scene because it kind of shows you, just explain it, Kate. Just explain what happens.
Johnny is getting checked up on by a nurse. And of course, it's a sexy nurse. Of course, it's Maria Menounos, the nurse.
You know what? She's full Blink-182 album nurse. Full Blink-182
album nurse. Oh my God,
album
you're
nurse.
right. You're right.
She's pure
So
sexy
she's super hot and she's checking his temperature. And it's that whole, you can guess it from a mile away. She's like,
but there are rules here. You can't leave until we
Until we finish the test. I know I've never been good with rules. You let me know how those come out. Do you want to help me with the zipper?
This is not a ski resort.
Not yet. Luckily, Grandma still sends care packages, though. It's amazing. For an 80-year-old woman, you'd be surprised.
You are trouble.
Trouble is my middle name.
Oh, you're hot.
Why, thank you. So are you. And I'm not afraid to cry.
No, I mean you feel a little feverish.
Well, I've never felt better in my life. My God, you smell good. Listen, when do you get off work?
4, but
Tell you what, you meet me at 4:01 at the top of the mountain. I'll give you a minute to freshen up. This is yours. Oh, that's mine. Our sister.
oh, you're hot. And he's like, no, you're hot. And she's like, no, you're hot. And he's like, no, you're hot. Because she's reading the temperature of the thermometer, but he's telling her she's hot. And it's just a crazy misunderstanding, you guys.
You're a medical professional. You need to cut the bullshit and be like, no, you are dying. Your temperature is 158.
Sir, I need you to look in my eyes and listen to what I'm saying. You're dying and you're burning up inside, okay?
No, but she's just like, you're hot. No, I mean, you're hot. The temperature, she's
So
glossy-eyed
stupid.
and stupid.
She's so dumb. It seems like Von Doom has a history of hiring beautiful women not qualified for their jobs.
She's probably not even a nurse. She's probably the girl that he was making out with in the car. That's why she was there. She dropped him off.
Probably. She's like, I'll wait for you here. So he obviously can't sit still any longer because he's crazy, you guys. Johnny's crazy and he's restless. And so he is wanting to go skiing with this woman. They don't just go skiing, though. They get a helicopter, fly to the tippy top of a snowy mountain, jump out of the helicopter, and ski all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
She just happens to possess these adventure skills.
Not only that, she doesn't ask a single fucking question. Like, why is your temperature 400 degrees Fahrenheit?
That's so
she literally
true.
takes his temperature as a medical professional. His temperature literally goes up to kelvins. It's crazy hot.
Right.
And then she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll go meet you at the top of this mountain and jump out of a helicopter. I'm not supposed to diagnose. I'm just supposed to tell you what's going on. I told you. You're hot.
I'm not a diagnostician. I'm just a nurse. I don't know. I guess because she's hot, she's also not like other girls and she can ski by jumping out of a helicopter, whatever. The reason why we're mentioning this is because what happens when Johnny starts going really fast down that mountainside?
And not only did you think that one stupid misunderstanding conversation was going to happen in this 10-minute frame, nope. It happens again as they're skiing down the fucking mountain. You're burning up. And he's like, thanks, I'm good at this. And she's like, no, you're really on fire. Thanks, I know. So are you. And I'm like, oh my God, you've got to be joking me. This is the worst.
How many times can you write a version of this conversation into a movie?
This relationship will never work. And this sucks so bad. But meanwhile, Johnny finds out he can catch fire. And he's not shocked. He's not scared or anything.
And his clothes completely burn off. And when she finally catches up to him down the mountain, he's naked in a pool of water because he's so hot he melted the snow and created a little hot tub. And instead of panicking, he just goes,
Care to join me?
and she, instead of panicking, is like, yeah, I absolutely do want to hop into this pool on the side of a mountain with nobody nearby and no resources and no food and no water. But yeah, let's do it.
She's down. Yeah, I'm down.
She's so cool.
She's cool. She's not like other girls. Other girls care. She doesn't. She's down.
She totally doesn't. She'll go any hot tub, anywhere, anytime.
So then the next little bit of the movie is each character individually figuring out their, do you want to call them superpowers? Their weirdly different abilities, I guess.
Yeah, that something has changed them. Von Doom at this point just has like a little tiny baby scar, but it's enough that he can tell something's going on.
I do want to just bring it back real quick. Like I said, everyone's figuring out their ability. Von Doom is in a luxurious dining hall. He is pissed that he didn't get to propose to Sue Storm. So he wants to do it again, you guys. And he's got the lankiest, weirdest little assistant, but he says the best quote ever.
Sir, I have always wondered, why Sue? You could have any other woman in the world.
The assistant really crosses a boundary. And he's like, why do you even want to marry Sue Storm? You could have any woman you want. And he's like,
That's why. Because I could have any other woman.
that's exactly why I want to marry her. Because I could have any woman I want. And I'm like, what the hell? What does this even mean?
It's a total power play.
What is this? What is that supposed to be?
If you had investors, you would get it.
No, I mean, maybe that was just me, but I was like, that is the weirdest thing to say to your assistant. Again, why is your assistant crossing this boundary? Why is he talking to you about this?
Maybe he was like wanting to say, you could have any woman or man.
Oh, he would
you wanted.
definitely was saying that with his eyes.
If you get what I'm saying. Vondi. Get it? Get it?
We'll take your Vondi.
So essentially, he decides that because he has all this power, but I guess not any money anymore, he wants Sue to get a second chance. But meanwhile, this is important. Sue and Reid are at dinner.
Well, so is Ben, technically, but Ben leaves because he's discovering his power the worst way possible by getting the runs.
Yes, because they're having dinner. And then all of a sudden, his tummy starts bubbling and he's like,
Wow.
You all right?
Bad shrimp. I think I better go lie down. Excuse me.
I think it's bad shrimp. I gotta go. And he like takes off. And so they're like, okay, bye.
I would like to say
the worst.
that Ben got fucked this whole movie. Everything that happened to Ben was the worst.
Poor Ben.
Oh, Ben, baby. But yeah, he runs away, leaving Reid and Sue Storm to have dinner together. And you guys, they're exes and they live together. And this is where you get an understanding of their relationship, kind of. The writing in this movie is very, very, very like, I say one weird sentence that could be taken anyway. You say one sentence back to me that could be taken anyway.
I have to meet Victor.
I'm really happy for you and Victor.
You're really happy for me and Victor?
I can tell you guys are enjoying what was the best part of our relationship.
Which was?
Passion. For science.
You're such a dork, Reid. You never got it. And you never will.
Well, what did I say?
Unless it's explained to you in quantum physics.
I just wanted to let you know that I was...
It's been 2 years and all you can say is that you're happy for me and some other guy? Victor may be a lot of things, but at least he's not afraid to fight for what he wants. It's nice to be wanted sometimes, Reid. To be seen and heard.
And a theme that keeps coming up repeatedly, that the conversation they have in many different ways in this movie, is that he's too in his head because he's a dorky scientist. And she just wanted like chemistry and passion and love.
Which she lacks all of, by the way. She lacks all of those things. Her speaking puts me to sleep, but regardless.
Yeah, she's not super passionate, but you kind of get the drift. So at dinner, Sue starts disappearing.
Look at me.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Look at me!
Sue, look at your hands.
Literally becoming invisible.
As she's also talking about feeling invisible. It's really deep, you guys. It's emotional. I got emotional. I did. She's like, Reid, all I ever wanted was to be seen. Sometimes I feel invisible. And she's physically going invisible. And again, Reid's sitting there like, Sue, look at yourself. Sue, look at your hands, Sue. Sue, can you see your hands? And she looks at her hands and she's like, I can't see my hands. What's going on? It's the most...
It's definitely, you nailed it.
I would be flipping the hell out. I'd be screaming, flipping tables.
Imagine you can't see your own body. Like you are clear at this
You
point.
go into
like what?
a psychosis. You would instantly go insane. You'd be like, am I in a dream? Is this reality? Start testing the limits. You're disconnected with your mind, but not Sue. She's a geneticist.
You would disassociate so fast.
You would at least start crying, screaming something, but not Sue. She's cool, calm, and collected.
Right after that, we get a little sense of Reid being Stretch Armstrong. So his superpower is, being Elastoman. And Sue's realizing...
It has to be the cloud. It's fundamentally altered our DNA.
The cloud has fundamentally altered our DNA.
That's about how she delivers the line, too. But you're right. They've all discovered.
The cloud has fundamentally altered our DNA.
All right. So Sue and Reid are putting two and two together, and they're realizing that their fundamentally altered DNA probably has something to do with Ben's diarrhea. So they immediately run to check on him and make sure he's okay. When they make it into his room, he's totally like hulked out. He's shattered the glass and shattered the wall, and he is running through the forest. He's made an escape.
Anybody got any ideas where the big guy's going? He's going home.
And they say he's probably headed to see his wife. And they're not wrong.
You guys, poor Ben, he didn't know. He just went up to space to fix something and got attacked by a cloud, right? He didn't do anything wrong. He goes to see his wife.
Oh, but let me just hold on. Because this is another thing that stood out to me that's so weird. So he gets to their street, he gets to their corner, right? And he looks up on the second floor, sees her in their window. There's a welcome home banner for him, but it's hung outside on the second floor of the window. So someone had to go out on top of the building to hang the banner on the physical building. It's not in their house. It's not on their door. It's hanging outside. So that's how you know
It's home.
that's his home.
You're absolutely right.
Yes. So he doesn't want to scare her. And so he calls her from a payphone. And that's when you see in the window, you see the welcome home banner on the outside of the building. And you see her in the window. And he's like,
Hello?
Debs, it's me.
Ben? Are you all right? You sound a little different.
Listen, I need you to come out front.
Out front? You're home, baby?
Yeah.
I got a surprise for you.
Yeah. I got a little one for you, too.
so she runs downstairs and she's outside on the street corner and she's wearing like silk lace lingerie
As you do.
out in the open.
She was getting ready to welcome him home.
And he says what you're saying. He's like, now listen, something happened. Don't be afraid.
She's his wife, you guys. Yeah. She's his wife, and she looks at him.
Ben? Where are you?
I'm over here. Don't come any closer for a second, okay? It's gonna be a bit of a shock.
Honey, what's going on?
Debs, remember when we used to say, together forever, no matter what?
Yeah? Maybe you're scaring me.
Deb, it's me. It's still me. It was the accident. Let me explain. Don't touch me! Debs!
You guys, she screams, obnoxiously screams, and runs away.
This bitch.
This is his wife, you guys. This is his wife, and it's clearly him. It's his voice. He knows where they live.
Yeah.
He called her. He was
Yeah.
being so kind about it. He's like, there was an accident.
Clearly in pain. Like he was clearly sad about this.
So
He's
sad.
emotionally damaged and he's like, I need you to be here to support me right now. And she screams and runs.
Screams and runs away, like bloody murder screams and runs away. She goes in, rips down the welcome home sign, closes all the
She
blinds.
climbs a ladder because it's on the outside of the building.
The whole time she's looking at him as she rips it down.
She's like, watch me. You are not welcome home.
He's like, dude, I just thought I had diarrhea from bad shrimp. I woke up looking like a rock. My wife's screaming at me. She took down the welcome home banner. Like, this is not going good for me.
What am I supposed to do?
And that's exactly what he's thinking the next day. This is the next morning as he's on the bridge. That's what he's thinking. He's having a hard time thinking like, what the hell is going on with my life?
Oh, yeah, I bet. A few days in space. It'll be great. What's the worst that could happen?
And when he's sitting on the bridge overlooking the water, then he sees a man coming to the edge of the bridge, and this man is planning to jump off the bridge. And because Ben is a stand-up guy, he wants to save this guy. But the guy gets so scared of Ben trying to save him that he tries to run the other direction, like over the bridge scaffolding. And in Ben's attempt to save him from falling into the cars, it becomes
A big O flip flop. It's a big
like a
O.
10-minute scene of everything that could go
Ben-
wrong.
Of Ben
It goes wrong.
destroying the city.
Yeah. So in the process of this, somehow, and we don't know how because this
No
movie
way.
doesn't explain anything
No
important,
way. Mm-mm.
Sue comes and Reid comes and Johnny comes and they want to help with whatever they can help with, I guess.
Well, this is my favorite part, you guys. The three of them, well, technically the four of them, just found out that they have, and I don't want to call them superpowers quite yet because they're not really superpowers. They're just really weird abilities. They found out the night before about these weird abilities. And then Johnny, Reid, and Sue work together to use these set abilities to then save the situation that Ben has created. And
Yes.
they do so in a really, really cool way.
It's a chicken or the egg situation because it's like, yeah, they're saving the pile up, but then they're also the ones who caused the pile up. And so anyway, Johnny and Sue and Reid all need to get through the crowd so that they can get as close to Ben as possible. So Reid is like,
We're not going to get past these guys. But you could.
you're going to have to be invisible. You're going to have to go through the crowd invisible. Duh, that's the only way. And so she takes all of her clothes off and in the process, like, loses her invisibility for a split second, and it's her in her underwear.
Yeah, she loses her invisibility for a second because they'd have no idea how to harness any of this power. They
She's
have
like, I
no
don't know how
idea.
this works.
None of them know how any of this works. They found out last night. But he's like, we'll take off all your clothes and get invisible. And I'm thinking, how is that going to help all three of you get to the front of the line?
Right? How, if she, yes, because he needs to get to the front, but her being invisible doesn't make them invisible. It's not like she can share her powers, but all of a sudden in the next shot, they're all three at the front of the crowd and she's putting her clothes back on. And I'm like, how did that help anybody? How did that help?
Oh, it helps. They had to get to the front of the line to see what happens next because
Don't you feel like even Johnny like turning on fire and going through the crowd would have split it pretty fast?
Or just Reid like stretching out his little arms and parting the crowd. Just like,
yeah, it feels like there's so many other helpful things to get through the crowd. That's
naked.
not.
They had to get Sue
Not
Storm
Sue.
naked. But
That's true. How do we get Jessica Alba's clothes off?
the reason they had to get to the front is for this next part. This part made the movie for me. I don't know. I loved it. I was dying. It was so funny to me. So Sue Storm, Reid, Johnny, they're all in the front of the line watching Ben. And this is their first time seeing him as Rock Hulk too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole city is basically gathered around to kind of, I guess, thank him for saving what he destroyed. It's like Kaden
Right.
said, it's a chicken and egg situation. Whole city's gathered around. You guys, somehow Ben's wife heard about this fiasco, made it down.
Within the last 10 minutes.
Within the last 10 minutes, made it down to the bridge in her lingerie. You guys, she gets to the front of the line. She had no problem getting
She
to the
didn't
front.
need to be naked.
She didn't need to be
She
naked.
didn't need to be invisible.
She got right to the front of that line. While the cops and everybody are talking to Ben, he
they're
makes eye
cheering.
contact
They're
with her.
cheering him on.
I know the whole crowd instantly loves Ben, even though Ben started this whole thing and he looks like the Hulk meets a Rock King. Like, that doesn't
Right.
make sense because at the beginning, everyone was scared of him. But then he
Mhm.
caused this fiasco and now they're cheering for the fiasco that he saved them from. It doesn't make any sense.
Causing.
Let me just tell
Right.
you. He finds his wife in the crowd and he makes eye contact with her. She gives him this look like, oh, you. And then you guys, she takes off her wedding ring and sets it on the street and then runs away. Are you kidding me? You are the real monster in this movie. Get the fuck out of here. I wanted to slap her through the screen. I'm sorry, don't condone violence, but I wanted to. I was like, who are you? You're the
She's
worst.
the worst. She like comes to the front and she gives him this, like, my favorite personal touch was that she shakes her head no, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, you're just a monster, you just can't do it. And then puts it on the ground and it's
They
really
don't have a conversation.
Nope.
She doesn't talk to him and say, hey, like, you're a rock now. You might crush me if we have sex. Like, the kids might be. There's no talking about this with your wife. She just shoots him this look and then puts her wedding ring on the ground and runs away.
I for sure thought that she was going to see him be the hero and be like, I'm so sorry. I was wrong last night. I got freaked out. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I did the same thing. I was watching and I was like, oh, now she's not going to scream at him. Now she's going to put up that welcome home sign. I thought the same thing. She's just a gold digging. She's a fame seeking whore. Nope.
She was awful. Literally. And then it adds insult to injury because she leaves the ring, shakes her head. No, bud, just no. Walks away.
No,
and
she
then he
runs
goes
away.
to pick it up.
He runs.
Yeah, runs away in horror through the
horror.
crowd.
In the
And
lingerie.
then he, just to add insult to injury, reaches down to pick up the ring and he can't because his hands are so big and rocky that he can't grab it. It's too tiny.
I was so mad. I was dying. I was like, not only did you break this man's heart, you did it at his highest moment. You sought him out. How? I don't know. You sought him out. Then you crushed him in the front of this crowd that's cheering him on after you screamed and ran away from him last night. You are the worst wife there ever was in the world.
He had felt so hopeless, and he felt like there was no place for him in the world. And then he does this semi-heroic thing. It's debatable, but the point is he's feeling like, oh, maybe I can do cool things. Maybe I'm not worthless after all. And right at his peak, she's like, still no. Still no.
And I love it. They really couldn't pay her, so she never says a word. And it's all,
yeah.
She's an eyes actor. She's an eyes actor for sure.
They put it in the script. They're like, we need someone who can say no, bud, with their eyes and not like actually say anything with their mouth. Just no, bud, no.
That's exactly what she said with her eyes was no, bud. Because it was kind of this like smirky, like Grinch kind of like, nobody, no.
Oh, bud,
God.
it's a no for me. Sorry.
Sorry, we have to move on, but that killed it.
So after this adoring crowd,
There's some folks outside that want to talk to you.
We're not going public with this. We're scientists, not celebrities.
It's too late, son. Look.
When a New York Fire Department ladder truck became part of the tragedy. But the rescue itself is not the story. One of the four stretched to an amazing length to
That's
help
what they're
keep
calling
the
it.
firefighter from falling
The
from
Fantastic
bridge
Four.
to certain
They are all experiencing fame in a different way. The news has actually dubbed them the Fantastic Four. That's what they get their name from.
Mhm.
And separately. So Johnny loves it because he's a wild man and he loves attention. So he's loving it. And then Sue's getting mobbed on the corner, every street corner. So she has to take off her clothes, obviously, to get naked and run away and be invisible
That's the
every
only way
time
she can
they
get away
mob
from the
her.
crowd.
Ben is feeling sad because he's a giant beast monster and he feels like a freak. And Reid is just trying his hardest to build a machine. At the end of this, Ben is in a bar and he's so sad because his wife's a bitch and he's trying to drink, but you guys, his hands are so big, he can't even hold the glass without shattering it. It's
He's a
so
goof.
sad.
He's a big old goof.
He can't even get drunk. But from the corner, he hears a beautiful voice. He looks over. It's a beautiful Kerry Washington.
Make it a double.
Make it a triple. Put it on my tab, Bernie.
You got it, sweetheart.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
If there's a God, he hates me.
She is not so into hate.
You can see me. You wouldn't be saying that.
Then let me see you. So sad. You know, being different isn't always a bad thing.
Trust me. This ain't one of them times.
Not if you don't want it to be. All right, Ernie, I'm out of here.
I'll take you.
See you later, buddy.
And she's blind, you guys. So she doesn't think that he's a monster because she can't see him.
But she also
When she starts feeling
does
his
feel
face, she's just like,
Can kinda see him."
you're so sad.
I can't really tell through your rock skin.
Ben's trying to drink. So in the process, he finds this beautiful woman. That's the whole point, is just to bring her up real quick because he meets her in a bar. She feels his face. She's like, oh my God, you seem so sad. And he's like, well, yeah, I'm a monster. And she's like, I don't think so, but have a good night. And so that's just foreshadowing.
Yeah, they've
The
got to do
end.
something for Ben. Poor Ben. They've got to do something
I
for him.
know.
And I had a question, like, when watching this movie, like, does the government not exist in this world? Do world powers not exist? Because it's like, you would feel like someone would intervene and be like, hey, you guys have got to go into quarantine. We've got to study you. You went on a rogue space mission. There's the four of you. You didn't, no one signed off on that. Now we need to figure out what you're doing. You caused 46 deaths on the highway the other day with your little shenanigans.
Right.
And we also need to know who funded you. This trip.
Right.
And, you know, just put it in a lab, do general testing on your biology. But like,
Yeah, we just need to kind of like generally get an idea of what's happened here so that we can kind of control the damage as we move forward.
this would be
So-
worldwide news. This would be epic news. But nope, it only is just focused in this small New Yorkish type of place.
And it's just the local news that's calling them the Fantastic
Yep,
Four.
just
We're
the
not talking
local
about World News Tonight or anything. It's just Channel 7.
It's not even the local news. It's a girl at a freaking motocross. It's like a hostess at a motocross event that calls them the
A
Fantastic
hostess.
Four.
She's like, welcome to the motocross event.
Well, I don't know if I want to call her a
Amazing.
news anchor because I think she's just kind of talking about this motocross event.
Yeah,
But-
so Johnny's like, yeah, a fame whore, loves it. Sue feels like she's just constantly being mobbed, and Ben's trying to drink.
So then the team decides that now that they're all discovering fame in their own way, they decide that they're going to actually lay low a little bit while Richard tries to make a reverse mutation machine because he's a genius. If you guys can catch that, he's a genius. So he's just going to make this multi-million-dollar machine that literally reverses your genetic mutation. But he's got a geneticist there with him, so they'll get it done pretty quick.
He's got the head of genetic research there with him, so maybe
Sue's like,
let's not
just
make
give
any
me
judgments.
1 second. Let me put on my beehive. Let's get this done. And I was giggling because I'm like, really? That would take years for you to make one person making a giant genetic mutation reversal machine.
Colin, he's still got that Von Doom money.
Does he?
He can do whatever he
Doom's in the background getting defunded.
Von Doom's like, shit, I gave him my last millions.
Well, speaking of that, where is Von Doom? What's going on with him?
Well, Von Doom is feeling sad because he knows Sue has left him. He goes to get her back from Reid's apartment, and she's like,
Victor, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to call.
Please. No apologies. I've arranged for your things to be moved to one of my condos. You'll have round-the-clock care.
Thank you. That's very generous of you. But I think I should stay here with my brother.
actually, VG, I'm actually good here. I think it's just best if I kind of like stick around while we make this machine happen. But he knows what she's saying, which is, I don't actually want to be profitable with you anymore. So if we could just
Profitable
end
or
things
in a
now,
relationship? Still don't
that
know.
would be great.
Because up to this point, I truly did not know if they're like breaking up. Like, you still really don't know because they don't kiss, they don't interact,
No.
they're not sexual with each other. She's very vanilla towards him. So the whole time
Yeah.
you're really asking yourself, like, were they in a relationship? Did he just want to be in a relationship? Is she?
Because he could, because all the women wanted him.
If you don't remember his quote, right?
Maybe that's the genius of Jessica Alba's choice in playing Sue Storm, is that she made that choice to emotionally be unavailable
You're right.
because she's been so traumatized that she just can't be there for the person she's in a relationship with.
But she can be there for a montage, for a team building montage, apartment
There's-
montage.
A very sitcom-y montage that follows of what it's like for the Fantastic Four to live together and be roomies. There's lots of shenanigans. Johnny's
shenanigans.
behind most of them.
Yes, he is. He's actually only behind one where he just keeps tickling the Rockholt's nose.
Right.
And
Actually,
then-
it's the same one over and over, and over again.
But it was the most classic movie montage. It's like, building a machine, a reverse mutation machine, gonna be goofy and get our lives back. It's just like so stupid.
It was so good. And meanwhile, Von Doom is spying on them because, I mean, if you
Because of
fund
course.
someone, then
of course.
obviously you can put a camera in their apartment. And so he did. So he's watching them not only shenanigan, but also create this machine. And he's getting more and more angry about it. One night, as he's getting ready for bed and noticing that the titanium in his body is getting more intense, he goes to turn off the light and the electricity flows through him and he conducts it. And he's like, oh, okay.
So that crowd got me too. Okay. So it could be Fantastic Five. Okay.
Interesting. And he immediately, like you said with the other four, how they immediately know how to wield their powers. He also has that experience because as soon as that starts going, he's like, I know exactly where I'm headed. He goes to a parking garage where one of those bank execs is walking to his car.
Victor? What's with these lights, huh? About the IPO. No hard feelings, right? Nothing personal. You know, you could always move back to Latvia and start fresh. Maybe that's where you belong. The old country.
And he electrocutes him to death.
A big ol' hole through his body. Just real quick. Got his comeuppance. But then I like how he does know how to harness it instantly, knows his powers. But then he decides to go to a doctor just for a second opinion, right?
Just to check.
And the doctor takes an x-ray and he's like,
Your tissue, your organs, your entire biophysical structure is changing. Every system is still functioning somehow.
And it's changing into.
I don't really know. Some kind of organic metallic alloy. Stronger than titanium or carbon steel, harder than diamonds.
Hey, bud, you've got like titanium/electricity growing in your body. And he's the only rational one in this movie, the doctor, because he goes,
I'll have to notify the CDC.
What?
Center for Disease Control.
I know what it is.
If this thing is contagious, we may have a big problem on our hands. Talking about an epidemic here.
I have to report you to the CDC.
Yeah, he does say that.
This is
He's like, listen, this could be like an infection, but we should probably get it looked at.
And Von Doom's like, no, this has to be discreet. Like, no one can even know I'm here. So to make sure that no one knows he's there, he then kills the doctor.
Oh, well, obviously.
Throws the doctor against the wall, destroys his office, and then casually walks out. And I'm like, that is the number one way to bring attention to yourself. That is the opposite of discreet. CDC is going to be on you now.
Yes.
What do you think?
I feel like Von Doom is
Chaotic.
not thinking clearly right now.
The secretary in the doctor's office, like, did everything go okay? You just killed the
like, it's
doctor. Just killed the doctor. You know what? I'm going to look you up and report you to the police. Like, that's the opposite of being like.
Yeah, he's created like a domino effect. It's just going to go downhill from here because he can't control it.
But I also think that he knows that he can't control it, and he knows that he's doing bad, but he just wants to be bad because he knows he can be. He knows his power is like, getting really strong.
I think you're probably right. I think he felt, if you want to get very like intellectual about it, he feels powerless after he loses all of his funding. Mm-hmm. And then when he gets this power, he's like, okay, well, who's powerless now? I have all the power.
That's why he killed that banker.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
It just makes him feel like more of a man. In the next moment, we see Ben drowning his sorrows at a diner/IHOP, just having a meal alone and feeling sad because he's a monster. And who do you think walks in?
Seat taken?
What are you doing here?
I was worried about you.
You're worried about me? That's sweet.
Come on. Let me buy you something to eat. Looks like you could use the company.
Von Doom's just casually like, hey, kill the doctor, want some pancakes, let's sit and chat. I, watching this, was like, how did this interaction happen? I didn't even think Von Doom liked these guys. Like, I didn't even think there was any kind of friendship there, but apparently he really cares about Ben.
Or he's making Ben think he really cares about Ben. But
electricity
he
in his
probably
mind.
really doesn't. I'm guessing that this is like their old IHOP hangout or something. They just happen to be there at the same time. But Von Doom is there to mess with Ben's brain. And he says, listen.
No, it's not easy. Life hasn't changed that much for Reid, Sue, or Johnny. At least they can still go out in public, but for you.
If you're trying to cheer me up, you're doing a hell of a job. You know what I mean, Scarface?
Just saying, I know what it's like to lose something that you love, to see it slip away and know it's never coming back.
Look, Reid is gonna fix me up, okay?
For your sake, I hope you're right. Look, he's a brilliant man. We should all trust that he's working as hard as he can. You're his best friend. So what possible reason could he have for taking his time? I mean, other than spending more time with Sue.
I actually have been watching Reid with that machine and it actually works, but he's just hiding it from you. I don't think he ever wants to make you normal again. I actually think he likes you as a monster. So, but if you want to try it, I could probably get you in.
Which is weird because if I was Ben, I'd be like, what would Richard's motive be for that? Why?
Reid's?
Reid?
I know who you're talking about.
Is it Reid Richards?
Yes. It's
fine. Now I'm just on a last name basis. It's cool.
The old Richards.
The old Richards. But like, would Ben be questioning, like, what is Reid Richards? Like, why would he want to keep me a monster? It doesn't make any sense. Because literally, Reid has been working tirelessly to build this machine. Reid's been watching him. They've had a roommate montage. Like, he's been around watching Reid make this machine. Like, what would be... You know what? I'm asking too many questions. Von Doom
really
just gets into Ben's mind real quick because Ben changes his tune like that. He now hates Reid.
Ben.
Oh. So you remember my name now, do you? Well, do you also remember what you swore to do with every breath in your body?
We're working as hard as we can.
Yeah, I can tell. Victor was right.
Victor? Ben, I don't know if this thing will change us back or make us worse. I need you to be patient for a little while longer.
Reid, look at me!
I am looking. That's why I can't make a mistake. I've got to get it right, and it's not right yet. We need to test
I
it.
spent my whole life protecting you, and for what? So you can play Twister with your girlfriend while I'm the freak of the week?
Stop it!
You stay out of this, Susie.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going to use this machine. I'm going to assume that maybe Ben thinks that Reid's just been lying to him, like, oh, it's not working yet. Oh, you can't use it yet. But secretly, it's working just fine. So Ben and Von Doom go into the apartment, and Ben hops in that machine. And guess what? It does work because he presses the reverse button.
Also, Ben didn't question Von Doom at all. He was just like, oh, okay. Yep, that's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's totally a normal thing to do.
But he does get in that machine and clicks reverse. And guess what? He pops out a human. It works.
But there is something that Von Doom got out of this little shenanigan. And it's that he got to harness all of the weird nuclear space storm power that went into the reversal machine. And by doing that, he became even more powerful than he was before. So he wins, guys. He wins. And in the process, he takes the power away from Ben, who was very strong and could have hurt him. So he makes him powerless and then gets all the power.
And it doesn't really explain what their powers do and how they affect each other. But yeah, I just glaze over that. It definitely because you're kind of wondering does he know that it's going to make him more powerful?
It's not for us to know. It's for us to be on the journey and just see what happens. But we just can't ask too many questions. Otherwise, it just takes all the magic out of it. So you know what? What's done is done. He's more powerful now than he was before. And Ben is back to normal.
So after Ben's normal again and Von Doom's got all the supernova power in him, we don't want to bore you with the details, you guys, but he goes and he finds Green.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Reid
you were
Richards.
slowing down, and I was like, are you going to be okay? What's happening?
Dude, I don't know why I can't think of this guy's name. I don't know what is going on in my brain. He finds Reid Richards, and they kind of fight. He's like,
Dr. Richards, allow me to begin your lesson. Chemistry 101. What happens to rubber when it's super cooled? Give up? That's not like you, Reid. After all, we're both doctors. Painful. You don't know the meaning of the word.
you know what I do? I can freeze you, and when you freeze elastic, it hardens and then it can shatter. So hold your own, bud. So he ends up freezing him, and he doesn't shatter him for some reason. I think he's using him maybe to attract the others. It doesn't really explain that. If you're going to freeze somebody and threaten to kill him, you've already killed a doctor and all your banker people. Just kill Reid. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. For some reason, he wants to just cause him extra pain. And I think a little part of it too is that he can kill two birds with one stone by kidnapping Reid and tying him up and super cooling him so he can shatter. It also makes the other fantastic people want to come there to rescue him. So he's luring everybody to the same place.
Like
that
a
kind
fly
of
to
thing.
honey. Like a fly to honey. First, Sue Storm shows up.
Victor, please.
Call me Dude.
The machine works. It worked on Ben. It can work on you. We can turn you back.
Do you really think fate turned us into gods so we could refuse these gifts?
Victor, you always thought you were a god. Now back off.
Susan, let's not fight.
No, let's.
She fights him, and she all of a sudden can do these pulse things out of her body. It doesn't make sense. She's invisible, but she can also do these pulse things out of her body. Doesn't matter. She fights him. And right when it's at the very oh, is she going to make it? Guess who actually breaks through the freaking door and comes to save the day?
No, Vic. It's Claude Ritter. Damn, I've been waiting to do that. Susie, you okay? Victor ain't that bad, huh?
Oh, it's Ben. He sacrificed his normal looking body to get transformed back into the thing so that he could be a hero and there would be some kind of a fair fight with Von Doom.
But
so
you don't know how.
Punches him.
Cadence and I were talking about it. We were like, did he go back in the machine and reverse? Or we thought Von Doom took all the... We thought Von Doom sucked all the like solar energy. It doesn't matter. He's back to his old new self.
His new old self. Yeah. So Johnny, in the meantime, melts Reid, and they all move the fight outside because once Von Doom's been punched, they have a little wiggle room and they run into the streets. And once they've got him in the streets, they all work together to create a fire tornado pulse thing.
Mm-hmm. Makes kind of some sense. Johnny just kind of twirls around and Sue's nose bleeds. It doesn't really make any sense, to be honest.
Yeah, and then it like her nose bleeds in one shot, and then the very next shot it's not bleeding anymore. It's so inconsistent, but whatever.
Very inconsistent. Needless to say, they work together and they basically like get him so hot, Von Doom, and then they cool him down really quick.
Time for your lesson. Chem 101. What happens when you rapidly cool hot metal?
Ben kicks over fire hydrant, the water gets him, and when metal cools that quickly, it hardens,
it like cures him. I don't know what you call it, but it's like when you're making a sword and it's like metallurgy and it's like red hot. Yeah, like smelting. I'm not sure the technical term for it, but as soon as they spray him, because the thing busts open a fire hydrant and sprays it directly at him, and then he immediately turns hard and he's basically trapped in his own weird metal body. So at that point, you're like, hooray, they won. They're heroes. And Johnny's like, man,
I love this job.
Who's your employer?
Yeah,
like, what?
This isn't a job. What are you doing?
What are you saying?
You got mutated.
You don't have any funding.
And wasn't this like a week ago that you found out you had this power? Where's that girl you were making out with in the car? Where is she?
Yeah, it just is so strange. So, and then Sue and Reid kiss and they're back together. And there's a final scene of them having a party in a bar. And this is where we see Alicia again, the beautiful blind Kerry Washington. She and Ben are now a couple.
Good as is.
Better than good, baby. You just need to work on your touch.
Like the sound of that.
I have a lot of questions about how that works.
I also want to know what rock peen looks like.
It's like a weird fascination. I want to know how that relationship works out. But either way, Ben totally won. I mean, come on, it's Kerry Washington. You've got to be kidding me. And she's like super cool and chill and like down to earth.
In the very end, Johnny's still being an asshole because Ben's like, listen.
Hey, no more wisecracks about the way I look.
Only Mr. Sensitivity. Okay. Wide load coming through. Everybody move. He's huge.
You have to stop making fun of how I look. And immediately Johnny's like, oh, you're fucking ugly. You're disgusting. You're so humongous. Bye. And he just flies away. I'm like, Johnny, it's not
He's the
cute.
worst. The whole movie, Johnny's the absolute worst.
He's not cute. So it says the end, but wait. It's not the end because there's a little sneak peek. Von Doom has been loaded into a shipping crate, like a giant metal shipping crate.
See, if the government or like the world was involved, they would put him in like a top security underground cell that could not conduct electricity, kind of like they did in X-Men with Professor X. Like they put him in like
or sink him to the bottom of the ocean or something.
Why do you why in every movie do you put really dangerous things in crates and boats? Like who cleared him up? Who cleaned him up off the street? Who cleaned Von Doom off the street? Was it a police force? Was it the Navy? Like who came in and did that?
Yeah,
was
because
it his
we
assistant?
at this point don't understand how or if the government's involved in this world at all. So
it was
who
his
knows?
assistant. It was the same assistant that asked him why he wanted Susan Storm. He took him off the street, cleaned him up, put him in a crate, shipped him off. No questions asked.
Because he's the one that shows up at the end, and as the crate's being put in the boat, he's asking the ship dock loaders. He's like,
How long will it be?
Should be about 12 days.
and as they're answering, their little electronic like ship manifest paperwork is glitching. And so that's hinting to you that Doom's not entirely powerless. It shuts the shipping container. It zooms out. You see him on the ocean, and then it cuts to black, and it's really over. I think they maybe were setting up for a sequel or
they
something.
did, because didn't they do The Rise of the Silver Surfer? Well, I mean, we both knew from the beginning you can't contain those eyebrows.
No, you absolutely cannot.
They're always going to
We were
break free.
fooled to think you could.
He's like, put these in a shipping container. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, it was so great. Actually, that movie was like one of those movies that was not near as boring as Elektra, but also just really stupid. I think they just tried to pack too many crazy concepts. They're trying to tell you how each person got their power. They have these like different storylines for each character and how they're handling their power. But it kind of just so many things they glaze over. Big things they glaze over.
I'm curious. Like, I don't know. It's one of those, well, it's similar to Elektra, right? You can't really ever nail down like what caused her to feel the way that she feels. And I think I sort of felt that way too about, especially Von Doom, because I'm like, did he just decide?
He was like an okay guy at the beginning. Like he wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, he's
chill.
kind of like a dick money man, but in the end, what causes him to all of a sudden be like, you know what? I do want to turn to titanium and kill everyone and
what
wield
was his
electricity.
plan too? Like, was he gonna like try to take over the world? Was he gonna try to take over the city?
That's very true. What was the end goal?
Well, yeah, because the whole time I'm thinking that same thing. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do with all this power? Like, you're like, if you get the world against you, maybe someone's still gonna try to kill you. So you're gonna be living a life that's kind of in the spotlight, if you will, Von Doom. Do you really want that?
Thinking back to Batman and Robin, and I don't know if you remember that the Iceman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had gathered like a little army of henchmen, and they were a very cool gang.
Yes, they were a cool gang. They just sat at home in his ice palace and watched him do things.
And froze to death. And I kept saying, like, who's paying them? What's their schedule like? How do you apply for a job to be a henchman for the ice guy? And I feel similarly, like, in order to take over, I feel like he should have been a slow burn, like slowly add to your crew, get a big enough force that at the point that you're ready to take over the world, you have a whole team. Because it was just him.
And when you're thinking about it, they really were the only 5 speaking characters in this whole movie. Like, there was no other people. Like, it felt like it was this big world scale things happening on a very small scale level. And like, for instance, when Johnny breaks away from being in the crew during the montage, after the montage is over, Johnny just can't take it. And he like escapes to then all of a sudden go to the motocross thing. And I'm like, is he a motocross rider? Like, how did he know to do this? Why does he choose to go there?
He's extreme sports. He jumps out of helicopters and skis down mountainsides.
Did he put in an application prior to this? Or did he just show up?
He's like, I actually have this previous engagement. I have to be in this motocross race, so I need to skip out for just
I gotta skip out of
the
the montage for a minute. Gotta go to motocross. But yeah, and I felt like the first part of the movie.
I just looked up the second one, and Victor Doom is actually the Silver Surfer. So that's him. He does come back.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway,
okay.
go ahead.
I didn't know the Silver Surfer was... I thought the Silver Surfer was a good guy. Maybe I don't. I don't know anything, actually. I'm just saying that. I know nothing about any of this. You
were saying something right before that, though.
Oh, I was saying... I don't know what I was saying. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's it.
None of it matters, really.
All right.
It's all nonsensical. This was a stupid movie. None of it matters.